it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head
they
in the game.
They screaming my name when I walk in the building. Yellow diamonds on me like I play for the Steelers. I'm in the field, yup, just like a Steeler. Oh, this your girl, my band had the Steeler. I hop on the beat and I float like a real. I caught a TD, yeah, right across the middle. I'm speaking banks, boy, you telling riddles. Can't hang with the gang, so we had to sit them down. I'm in LA, riding round and around. My dog just called, say he finna touchdown. When I call a play, you won't hear a sound. Hold up. Money caller right now. I gotta go and get it, and it don't matter how. All I know is man, yeah, I'm 10 toes down. I keep my head high and my eyes on the prize. Yeah, my feet on the ground. Let's go.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits.
No.
Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. Two turned up, turned down right now. Two dope make better get around right now. Two turned up, turned down right now. Two dope make better get around right now.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. And wow, a gamble here right off the bat, an onside kick to begin the game. Well, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Cousins. That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 36 yards on the play. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. Call it no gain on the play and it'll be 2nd down. The Eagles at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Tyquan Thornton. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Our game here, the Vikings and Eagles, the second of 2 on this Monday night. The Titans and Bills kicked off a little over an hour ago up in Buffalo. But this, our only Monday night doubleheader of the season. But rumor is, might have a few more for 2023. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Flushed out right. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing is Hurts. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. Here's Hurts to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Hurts. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up second down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 10, Cousins forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 3rd down, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. Finding space at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Cook. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Play action now, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Cousins gives way to Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Cousins on 4th down. Rolling to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They run the option on 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. First down, here's Cousins. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 15. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a... And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Following the interception, Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing, Cousins. Buying time to his left. Right side, Thornton with it. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Steps away. And it'll be intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Going to look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing is Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
67 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're up to a fast start here.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
2nd down and 7. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some.
Touchdown! A.J. Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that. He's got a man, complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 83 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. They'll try to run with Madison. And this time he is in. Yes. Alexander Madison. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
They go play action with Hurts. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. From the gun, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
19 tight, 19 tight.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. And it'll be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Vikings are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Cousins on first down. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Going for Jefferson downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 52 yards. And the Vikings use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning...
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the last time out, they had a good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Throwing on 2nd down. Cousins being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Fielded right around the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they make.
It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Hurts fumbles it. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Trap 60.
Back to throw again. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Throwing here, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. It's complete to Cook. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Play fake. Cousins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Cousins to throw it. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Cousins here to throw. Steps away to his left. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. To the air again, it's Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And now here is another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He finds Wilson. He's at the 50. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for minute.
I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Keep my way up,